Why, hello everyone, welcome back to Kugane in Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame, and welcome back to more intrigue and inquiry shenanigans.
The burglar is in shackles. We did it.
Yes, the burglar is caught. Job done. Sword still missing for some reason. There's a samurai and his dog who absconded, but we'll figure that out. I'm sure it's a misunderstanding. Alas, Shigure seems utterly devoid of hair and hope.
Oh.
You look well, Dermot. I pray your adventures have not been too taxing. As for myself, the search for the Soboro Tsukihiro is, as well as Yojimbo, continues. Would that I could claim even a measure of progress.
Ah, Shigure! There you are.
Hello.
We thought perhaps to find you inside, my bald man, but I see you are here, and in the company of my stalwart assistant.
Bald? You, of all people, should...
Having failed to seize upon new information of value, or even passing relevance, we were in the midst of reconsidering our investigative strategy. But tell me, have you word of Jim and our missing sword?
Jim? Who is... Oh, yes, Yojimbo. No, as I was telling Dermot, I've made no progress since last we spoke. You seem distressed, Shigure. If you yet pine for your lost locks, then pine no longer, for we have brought you a hair tonic of preternatural effectiveness. Really? Well, that is actually a very considerate gesture. Thank you. Why not try it right now? Aye, the sooner the better, perhaps. Ah!
Oh, good.
Welcome. Glad you haven't been causing a panic in town, hopefully?
I say, to meet with Master Hildibrand and his bosom companions yet again. Truly, the kami have been kind to me.
'Tis always a pleasure to see a man of the old horde, but were you not bound for Eorzea? Why are you yet in the Far East?
Indeed, I had thought to return home and rejoin my brothers, and to that end I did call upon a local fisherman to secure passage. 'Twas from him that I heard a tale most fascinating which compelled me to stay. A Funa Yurei, a far eastern variety of undead, has been seen wandering in Isle's shore. As my previous attempt to recruit fellow zombies had met with failure, I thought why not broaden my criteria and appeal to this ghost in the spirit of camaraderie. Alas, it is a most elusive quarry. Rather shy, it would seem. I sought to learn more of the Funa Yurei by questioning the people of this city, but have been unsuccessful thus far.
I see. I realize this is sudden, but in your inquiries, did you hear mention of Jim?
Jim? I fear I've heard naught of that particular Far Eastern spirit, though to be honest, not all have been willing to entertain my company, perhaps due to my undead nature.
It pains me to hear that. In this world, there remains people prejudiced against the living impaired.
You seek this Jim, Master Hildibrand? If so, I should be glad to help.
Grateful as we would be, it would be wise to change your attire. The people's reluctance to speak with you may be due to your passing resemblance to a certain wolfish fugitive who, until recently, terrorized the city.
Yes, they're actually quite undead accepting.
Oh, how careless of me. I shall change into something less conspicuous at once.
Then it is settled. When at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us split up and speak with the men and women of Kugane.
It's a plan. I'm on the edge of my seat to see what less conspicuous attire you find. So, that's it? Everyone is simply going to ask after Jim again? I mean, if it so happens to lead to something, that's all well and good, but... Fear not. The inspector knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, we just rolled low last time.
Exactly. Just gotta try that skill check again. What self-respecting DM would prevent you from rolling for the exact same skill check twice?
Yojimbo, you say? The name does ring a bell. Ah, yes, now I recall. The Lupin fellow was asking after him as well, though that was some time ago. He's since been detained by the Seki Segumi. The Lupin, not your Yojimbo, that is.
Oh, darn.
Not that I can imagine why. He's no criminal. Why, when I told him how my mother had taken ill, he gave me the koban to purchase her medicine, without my asking or anything. They say he's done terrible things, but a man like that... No, I refuse to believe it. If there's any justice in this world, he'll be set free.
A new side to this character we'd not yet encountered. Although he did steal our boss still. I don't know what well-meaning endeavor that was working towards, but...
Let me guess, you are searching for a man named Yojimbo. The Seki Segumi questioned me about him not long ago. Very desperate to find him, they were. I doubt they will receive much help from the populace at present, though. Why, you ask? Surely you've heard. The Kugane wolf burglar has been arrested. Despite what the wealthy elite would have you believe, he is no demon deserving of the harshest sentence. If anything, he is a hero to the downtrodden, having shared his spoils with the least among us. If you ask me, the Seki Segumi ought to take a closer look at the merchants he targeted. Akebono, in particular, has been the center of many dark rumors. Anyway, in light of the wolf burglar's detainment, many are less than willing to aid the Seki Segumi in their activities, and unfortunately, if they suspect you to be working with them, you too may find your overtures rebuffed.
Well, dang. I feel like y'all could have been telling me more about these stories and rumors around the wolf burglar last time. Oh, you're also pursuing that Yojimbo fellow? The Seki Segumi was asking after him the other day. I'll tell you what I told them. I've never heard of the man. And just between you and me, even if I did know something, I don't know if I would want to tell them. You know the Kugane wolf burglar, the one they locked away? Rumor has it they intend to inflict upon him terrible punishments for his so-called crimes. Madness, I tell you. Madness. Every single one of the burglar's victims were among the most notorious scoundrels of the city. Greedy merchants with no scruples whatsoever. What's more, everything he stole he gave to the poor and needy, and yet they decry him as a villain. Fools. Does that include Hildibrand? What? He still stole Hildibrand, though. I believe you. I'm just wanting to know now what the intended purpose was.
Well, obviously, clearly, since he's a man of great import, he was going to bring him to a society that needed his very skillful whims and
I see.
guiles. Every city could use a Hildibrand.
That's true. Just his gifts were needed elsewhere. I see. And what have you learned, Dermin? Not much about Yojimbo, I'm afraid. Apparently a certain Lupin is rather well loved, which is also news to me. Huh. I had no idea the plight of the wolf burglar weighed upon the minds of so many. What exactly did they say? A hero to the poor and the downtrodden. A criminal who simply gave away his hard-won spoils? This is all quite unexpected. But whatever aspersions they may cast upon his victims, the law is the law. Even disreputable merchants are deserving of fair and equitable treatment. To ignore their plight is to let the mob decide their fate. That said, to hear that some may withhold information in protest is cause for concern. As a man of the Seki Segumi, I cannot help but feel conflicted.
If I may, Shigure, it might be best to dress in less conspicuous clothing, at least for the time being.
Yes, like us. I hate to say it, but that is a sensible suggestion. Surprisingly, perhaps I should make use of my old kimono. Yet, even if I were to do so, my face is already known. They would mark me as a Seki Segumi and perhaps even resent my attempts to deceive them. I've got an idea. Why not ask the wolf burglar? If he's so popular with the people, who knows what secrets they've told him? Ask the wolf burglar. If both he and Yojimbo had designs on the Soboro Sukihiro, then it's possible they might know one another.
Well done, Nashu. I was but mere moments from reaching the selfsame conclusion.
It's settled then. Let's go and question the prisoner without further delay. I'm assuming chainmail zombies are also permitted.
It seems so. Though, I am a little disappointed it's not something a little bit more flashy.
I was expecting something more wacky.
Yeah.
I don't know that it blends in here locally, but it is slightly more concealing. Greetings and well met, comrade. If I might have a moment of your time. That we might ascertain the whereabouts of the fugitive Yojimbo, we wish to speak with the Kugane wolf burglar. Will you permit us to enter?
Certainly, Shigure. If it will aid you in your investigation, follow me.
Thank you. I trust you're enjoying our hospitality. I come bearing questions.
Questions, eh? For little old me, you say?
Following your arrest, the Ronin Yojimbo absconded with the Soboro Sukihiro you stole from Master Akebono. He remains at large. We have reason to believe the sword was his objective all along. Given that it was yours as well, I thought you might know something of the man and his motive.
Everyone knows that sword's worth a bloody fortune and then some. But finding a buyer for a masterpiece as famous as the Soboro Sukehiro, especially after word of its theft has spread far and wide, well, good luck with that, says I. Why, they'd surely have to avail themselves of the services of certain disreputable folks, of whom I happen to be intimately acquainted. I'd be happy to introduce you lot, as soon as you set me free.
What? Absolutely not. That is out of the question.
Then we've nothing more to discuss. Best be on your way. Now, Shigure, let us not be too quick to judge. If the goodly men and women of Kugane are willing to trust in his good intentions, then mayhap we should as well.
An awful lot of people were willing to vouch for his character. If what they say is true, then it would be wrong to see him hanged. I will propose to my superiors that you be temporarily released into our custody for the purposes of our investigation. Should you abide by the terms of our arrangement, you may receive leniency. What say you?
I say you've got yourself a deal, Baldy.
Shigure, would you like us to take 5 for the tonic thing so you can go ahead and use it? Will they even consider my proposal, though? The deliberations alone may prove time-consuming, and if they refuse...
Remind me, Nashu, do you have that hair tonic on you?
I sure do, Inspector!
Da-da-da-da!
Now's as good a time as ever to try it, don't you think? Here, in the jail. Well, far be it from me to refuse.
Remember to use the whole bottle, my good man. Pour it over your head until not a single drop remains. Came prepared.
That seems rather wasteful, but if you insist. I feel strange, like my scalp is... Oh, by the kami.
Shigure, are you all right? I heard you shouting. The light! It binds them! They are too many! That's fun. That's what La Habrea said at the end of ARR.
I thought that seemed familiar.
And turn and flex and shake and bounce!
Ooh.
Perfection! Rejoice, my good burglar, as I, Hildibrand, Ancient of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have liberated you from your unjust imprisonment.
Squinting. Now see here, Inspector.
Oh!
Ooh. Pretty good. Huh?
What happened? Has the prisoner escaped?
The switcheroo.
Still in his cell, I see. But what in the world was that blinding light?
1,000 pardons. One of my associates was carrying small explosives, one of which detonated unexpectedly. I, of course, bade her take the others outside immediately for safety's sake. I believe that explains that. Yes? Yes? Right then, if you will excuse me.
Yes, of course. Very good. Wait, when did Shigure grow his hair?
Tonic just works on blonde hair, I suppose. Or just creates blonde hair.
Yeah.
Looks good on you, though. Congrats. How he managed to escape undetected, I have no idea. I can but pray that our ruse will remain intact. The wolf burglar led the others into the waterways below. We should follow. And follow we shall. Where are they? Ah, down here, of course. Can I? Yes. Ouch. Ah.
Hello.
And here already. Hello.
Espionage.
Yes, sneaky.
I've been down here before. If so, you might have met my friends already. A contemptible lot, all Kugane's cast-offs. If anyone's heard a peep from your quarry, it'll be them. Come on, then. Don't be shy.
Lead on, please.
Oh, you're looking well for a rat bastard.
Takes a wolf to know a rat. To what do we owe the pleasure? And more importantly, how do you slip free of the Sekisegumi's noose?
With my dashing good looks and my silver tongue, how else? But never mind that. I need information, Koju.
Do you now? Or is the Sekisegumi at your shoulder the one asking questions?
No need to give the lad a hard time. He did right by me, and I mean to return the favor.
Huh? You mean you're helping him? Have you gone mad?
Well, even if I have, it's nothing you and yours need to worry your pretty little heads over. Give us a hand, and we'll get out of your hair. Wolves' honor. They're not a bad bunch, really. Most tried to make a living on the straight and narrow. Some even had a mind to join the Sekisegami, like you, but were found wanting for this reason or that. Then honest work's no longer an option, and that leaves the other sort. The dangerous, the disreputable, the dirty. Somebody's got to do it, and so these industrious souls pick up the slack. Maybe they're not cream you'd prefer to hobnob with, but while you're in their company, I'd ask that you comport yourselves with a modicum of civility.
I should like to believe that I've done just that. You will forgive me if I've given you any reason to think otherwise.
See? Fast friends. We all are. Right then. We're after a bloke what goes by the moniker of Yojimbo. Heard tell of a man?
Yojimbo? No, can't say it rings a bell. Oi! Any of you know a fellow by the name of Yojimbo? Well, there you have it. Might be different if he had a bounty on his head. What'd he do, anyway? Piss in the Bugyo's rice porridge.
If only. Stole the Soboro Sukehiro, he did.
Bugger me, that's a beauty. Wonder why, though. Finding a buyer, even through the black market, would be a challenge and a half. And if he'd even put out the word he was looking, we'd have heard about it by now. To come all this way and leave with nothing. Here, let's not call it a day just yet. Assuming this Yojimbo didn't steal the sword for the challenge, there's only two reasons he'd take it. To sell it, or to keep it. And if it's not about the money, then I doubt this is his first prize, or his last. Ah, you're here.
Hark! My keen inspector senses whisper and speaks. Of a thieving collector of swords. Yes, there can be no mistake.
Ooh. Aye, what he said, I suppose. If he's a collector, then only the best will do, which means his next target might be, I don't know, the Ame no Murakumo.
Very nicely done.
Thank you. Well, hopefully. Wait, the Ame no Murakumo? But I thought that was nothing more than a fairy tale. Do you mean to say the fabled Sword of Eld actually exists? Oh, right, I guess we've run across it, huh? I've seen it with my own eyes. A giant kami tried to kill me and my friends with it, but I deflected the blow.
Oh, wait, is that, what's his name's big sword?
Susano's?
Yeah, Susano.
I think so. I think it was one of my friends was deflecting the blow for me, but sure, I'll take credit.
Haha, rejoice!
Yay! You... what? I have so many questions, but first, where did this all happen? You know. Housed within the Kojin of the Red's treasure vault, huh? Now, if that's the case, then it seems to me you ought to continue your search in the Ruby Sea, no? Yes.
It might well be the best place for us to look. In that case, let us brook no further delay and head to the Ruby Sea at once.
Yes. Make haste. And no, not make haste. Oh, we've got to wrap up the quest here. Nice to meet you, by the way. If it's legendary swords and the like your man's after, he could do a lot worse than the Abe no Murakumo. It is rather large. I can't wait to get back out there so I can enjoy the sun and the surf. I'll have to wait a few hours, but yes.
It's like I said, they've good hearts, each and every one of them. Sometimes fate deals you a bad hand, and you've got no choice but to make the most of it.
That makes sense.
Come, my friends, the Ruby Sea awaits!
I agree. To think that the Ame no Murakumo is not only real, but that it was brought to bear against you and yours by a kami of unfathomable strength. In any event, we now know where we might search. The Ruby Sea. Before I may leave, however, there is a matter of great import to which I must attend. Well, perhaps great import is something of an overstatement. I speak of the inspector's earlier advice concerning my garments. I'll meet you at the Ruby Sea after I've changed. Pray, go on ahead without me. I insist. All right. See you when you catch up. Truly there is no rest for the righteous, or whatever term one might use to describe Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian Manderville.
All set for another trip into the glittering westward expanse. I know I am.
Me too.
Let us hop aboard the next ferry to the Ruby Price and wait for Shigure there, as he requested. Come along.
Let's go. All right then. To the Ruby Sea. Here we go.
Thinking about Susano has reminded me of a very good meme of him
Yeah.
and Ravana in the same room, where Ravana is saying, "Someone will die," and Susano saying, "Of fun!"
They're the two most enthusiastic, fighty primals we've encountered thus far, I feel like.
Yeah. If you had the sword and sold it, what would you do with the money? Just out of curiosity. I won't tell anyone.
Oh, just probably hang on to it till the next emergency. It's never that long of a wait. He ought to be here any minute now. I can't wait. I'm excited as well.
So many makeovers for this quest line.
Quite a few.
Oh, it's Shigure! Over here, over here!
Well now,
Whoa!
welcome to Final Fantasy.
By the kami! I thought you were someone else at first.
Well, since it was suggested that I should wear something other than the garments of the Sekisegumi for a time, I paid a visit to the Kogane Dori and purchased something completely unlike my usual attire.
It's quite the change, but very much for the better, if I do say so myself.
I didn't realize you could be so fashionable. Fashionable? Please, Nashu, you give me too much credit.
I'll say, that get-up with those Zori, I don't see that becoming a trend.
Could maybe use slightly better matching boots, but still.
Not that it matters. We didn't come here to mess about, eh? We've got a collector to catch. Assuming he's after the Ame no Murakumo, then we've got to get to the Isle of Zeki. Any ideas? By air or by underwater passage, eh? A bit more tricky than I thought.
Without the blessing of the Kojin, the latter seems almost impossible. What about that bird of yours? Montaro, was it?
After what the inspector did to him? He'll be keeping a wide berth, I reckon, assuming he's even fit to fly.
It was a somewhat traumatic experience for all involved, aye.
Forgive my bluntness, my wolfish compatriot, but it occurs to me that we have yet to hear your motives for attempting to steal the Soboro Sukehiro from Master Akebono. Did not Koju say that selling such a blade would be extraordinarily difficult?
Are you all allergic to style?
It's not stealing to take back what was stolen. That black-hearted bastard Akebono prized it from the hands of its rightful owner. He was a humble samurai who lived a humble life devoid of most luxuries. A righteous man who'd never turn his back on those in need. Certainly not a young Lupin boy who'd fled Doma during the occupation. The two lived as father and son, with few comforts save each other's company. And then one day, a merchant came calling, asking after the samurai's sword, asking him to part with his one prized possession. But a sword is a samurai's soul, and he'd sooner die than sell it, even for a fortune. But the merchant, he's not the sort to go quietly into the night. He changes, tack, and worms his way into the samurai's affairs. Small sums at first, but bigger, then bigger. Before he knows it, the samurai owes the merchant a veritable mountain of coin, and so he pledges his blade as collateral. The samurai worked day and night to reclaim his honor. But while strong in spirit, he was weak in body. He fell sick and soon after passed away, leaving his Lupin charge alone in this unjust world.
All this time, you were only...
He left Kugane for a time and returned years later from Yangsha, having learned the ways of the shinobi, that he might honor his adoptive father by helping others as he had helped him as a child. A chivalrous guise for a personal vendetta, perhaps. More than anything, he yearned to reclaim the samurai sword, the last surviving memento of their time together, that he might wear it with pride.
All this time, Master Akebono was your main objective. When you broke into his shop in the Rakuza district, you were searching for the Soboro Sukehiro. You kept a close eye on him, even as you continued to target other disreputable merchants, that you might drive him to take additional measures to protect the sword, knowing that in so doing he would eventually reveal its location.
Then it's settled. The Soboro Sukehiro must be returned to its rightful owner.
Hey, if it's so hard for people to reach the Isle of Zeki, how was Yojimbo planning to get there? That I do not know, but regardless, if he was heading there, someone must have noted his passing. I say we question the pirates of Sakazuki and see if any have observed a traveler resembling Yojimbo of late.
We are of the same mind, Shigure. To Sakazuki, post-haste!
Yes. Let's do some questioning and earn our paycheck. Question mark.
You're getting paid?
Well, not yet. I'm just sort of assuming.
Good.
Eventually.
Hildibrand pays us in compliments and good jobs.
Yeah.
Pats on the back.
We do get plenty of those.
And his lovely admiration, which is priceless.
Of course. I would much sooner be his underpaid ally than like, enemy.
As we can all hope.
Yeah.
Woe thee who tread over Hildibrand's path with malicious intent.
Extremely so. Ah, hello.
Oh, this guy again. Come, let us commence the questioning. After you.
Ah, don't mind if I do.
Oh, I remember you. Looking for more dead men.
Not this time, I don't think.
A rail-thin samurai with a wide-brimmed hat and oversized gaiter. A traveler like that would not escape my notice, which is to say I'm confident I haven't seen him. Sorry to disappoint you. Not at all, my friend. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. As I said before, my good man, when at first you don't succeed, make inquiries again. Let us away.
Yes, boss. Who else to bother? Anyone? Ready for some bothering? Maybe down here? Anyone at all? Not sure you have any luck. Honestly, I think he looks better in his new outfit than the Seki Segumi one. I agree.
He's definitely more Final Fantasy-esque.
Extremely so. And easier to recognize in a crowd.
Onward to the next potential witness, I say.
What was that? Lanky samurai with a large hat. But as it happens, I spoke with a traveler like that. Had a dog with him, too. Sure enough, he had a mind to head to the Isle of Zeki. Couldn't imagine why, what with the Red being as unwelcoming as they are, and there being no place to dock a boat. I told him as much, but he shrugged it off and went on his merry way. Come to think of it, did I see that dog of his not long ago? On the beach below, wandering about? Aye. I hope he didn't abandon it.
You have been tremendously helpful. 1,000 thanks to you. Surely the canine in question is Daigoro. We must gather the others and search for Jim's beloved companion at once.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
I did sort of slip into Namozu there for a second without even meaning to.
Daigoro! Here, Daigoro!
Ooh. Colorful dog. Oh, I think I see him over there. Here, Daigoro. I have money. Huh? Maybe he doesn't like us anymore?
Now. You've just got to give the pup the right incentive is all.
Incentive? Ah. Surely it can't be that simple.
See for yourself.
Woof, woof.
Oh, here it comes.
Oh. Woof, woof, woof. So that's all it takes to win him over, eh? A single Koban? Greedy little thing.
Hush, Sigure. Daigoro is a good dog, and now he will lead us to his master.
Right? Woof, woof. Into the ocean. There you are. This is quite a fix indeed. Woof, woof. Didn't expect the dog to have so much dialogue. Daigoro, what are you doing here? I thought I told you to wait for me. Hildy!
Jim, my good man. I mean, you rapscallion. You've nowhere to run.
Yeah.
Cease your shenanigans and relinquish the Soboro Sukehiro at once.
I will do no such things. Ever since I was bested by a certain laconic warrior, I yearned for an opportunity to redeem myself, and so I set about searching for stronger swords with which I might bring my everything to bear. Mark me, the Ame no Murakumo will be mine, for it is the key to my victory, and if you dare to bar my path, I'll show you no mercy. Stay your hand, my friend. Though I know you only mean well, securing the sword is a grave responsibility which falls to...
I, Hildibrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, will resolve this conflict and reclaim the sword. Prepare to be amazed as the Soboro Sukehiro is delivered into my waiting arms. Daigoro! Oh, Daigoro! Come here and let Hildy give you a great big belly rub.
Daigoro, you will do no such thing.
His family is rich.
What? Betrayed? The inspector does come from a wealthy family, so maybe he smells of money?
Until you surrender the Soboro Sukehiro, I will give Daigoro the most furious of belly rubs, thereby depriving you of the pleasures. Such is my ultimatum. Oh my god, Hildy. Oh, so devious.
Daigoro! Daigoro! Return to me this instant!
I'm having conflicts over the ethics of this. Depriving a dog owner of belly rubs.
Yeah, we're playing some dirty pool here. Desperate times. Oh, fie on it. You win. The sword is yours. Huzzah! By the Kami, I can't believe that actually worked. Inspector Hildibrand's powers of negotiation are most impressive.
It's about time somebody recognized it.
Seriously. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Mommy!
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh dear. Oh no. There it is. Yep. His natural state. Wait. Where's the Soboro Sukehiro?
Right where it belongs.
You fiend. Return it at once. What?
But that's far enough, all of you.
I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I don't know which one this one is.
Eh.
If it's Ponytail Guy, then it's you. Yeah, there he is. Bugger me. Where did they come from?
Bah. This isn't over. Shigure, what is this I hear about you setting free a notorious fugitive? Explain yourself at once. Well, you see, Inspector Hildibrand and I, in order to track down Yojimbo and the Soboro Sukehiro, we needed to enlist the assistance of the wolf burglar. To that end, we removed him from the jail, temporarily, of course, and we have every intention of returning him to his cell. Of course. And how do you intend to do so when your prisoner's taken flight? Shigure, I charge you with aiding and abetting a criminal in their escape.
Be reasonable. You know full well that everything Shigure did was to achieve a greater good, to uphold the law of the land. We will return with the Soboro Sukehiro and the wolf burglar, I swear to you.
Who could say no to this smile? And technically, Shigure really, the extent of his aiding and abetting was acting as a flash bomb while we did the job, so... I feel like that should lessen his sentence.
Yeah.
Your actions in service to the Sekisegumi are not unknown to me. Nevertheless, Shigure must be held to account for his. To make an exemption at your request would only compound the offense. No man's above the law, not even our own. Tough break. Well, what now? First Yojimbo, then the wolf burglar, and now Shigure. It's so much quieter when it's just the three of us. Somehow, yes. Not quiet per se, but quieter.
Oh, what a miscarriage of justice to see our Shigure spirited away like a common criminal, in complete disregard for the extenuating circumstances.
Yeah.
It falls to us to find a way to right this wrong, but this is no place to devise a plan. To Gugane, my friends!
Of course. So do you just pack like a dozen suits at all times, or... I shouldn't ask questions. We go! Here we are, back in town, and taking notes. It's so lonely without everyone else around. I hope they're doing all right.
Oh, my good man, I hardly know where to begin. Ever since our return, I've been racking my brain, trying to conceive of a means by which we might free Shigure from his predicament, but to no avail. By absconding with a sword, the wolf burglar has done us no favors, and yet I do not think his tale of the samurai and Akebono was a lie. My keen inspector's senses tells me that many threads of this tale are converging upon a single point not far from now, in which all truths shall be laid bare for all to see.
Core, that's what I like to hear. And I agree. I don't think the wolf burglar's bad at all. Once the Sekisegumi realize that, they're sure to let Shigure off the hook, don't you think?
I most certainly do, Nashu. Furthermore, I say that to hasten this most desirous of resolutions, I must begin investigating Master Akebono at once. Hold the fort while I'm gone, my stalwart assistant.
Yes, sir, Inspector. I don't know what he's about, but I'm sure it'll be brilliant. I agree. When is it not? Not done with Waluigi yet.
I suppose this day was bound to come. No matter. Soon there will be nothing in this world beyond my grasp.
I love it. Ooh, another performance. The past is never past. I can't believe it hadn't clicked with me yet that this is just a rearrangement of the usual Hildibrand theme.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Oh, inconspicuous man.
What? Oh, I missed him. Whoa.
He's right there. He's in the cell with Shigure.
You're right. So much wackiness had been taking place that I'd darn near forgotten about him.
That's how this whole quest even started.
Oh dear. Well, we'll see you all next time for the exciting conclusion of the Stormblood Hildibrand quests. Take care till then, everyone. Goodbye.